Trains on the Exe Valley Railway left Platform 1 here at Exeter St David's Station. The line was opened in May 1885 and followed the river northwards to Tiverton. In this film we're going to follow it as far as Cadeligh. The Exe Valley Railway itself started from the Bristol to Exeter main line here at Stoke Cannon and ran across these fields. The branch line junction was south of the original 1852 Stoke Cannon station, which was here by the level crossing. So a new one had to be built to accommodate the branch line. It's now a private house at the end of this lane, having closed to passengers in 1960. We're on the track bed now, a footpath heading towards the next station at Bampton Speak. Train services here generally ran from Exeter through to Dulverton. In October 1920 there were 4 up and 4 down weekday services, the early up and the last down not stopping at Bampton Speak, where the station was a single platform on the west side of the line. Unusually there was no road access and passengers reached the station via a footpath from the village. The station became an unstaffed halt in 1920, but the buildings are still here, having recently been sold. We're now approaching the next station at Thorverton. The village wasn't on the main road and had no bus service, so the station was one of the best used on the line. Here we're just over 16 miles from where the Exe Valley line joined the Taunton to Barnstable line at Moorbath Junction, near its terminus at Dulverton. The station serving Thorverton village opened with the railway in 1885. 2 platforms were provided here as it was a passing place. The station is again a private house called Beeching Way, although the line was earmarked for closure before the Good Doctor's report was published. Thorverton station closed to passenger traffic along with the rest of the Exe Valley line on the 7th of October 1963. The nearby Thorverton flour mill was connected to the branch by a siding which ran across this field. This goods line closed in May 1964. The line continued northwards along this valley. Services improved after the Second World War. In 1949 there were 7 return trips on the branch in the week with an extra train on a Saturday. This had increased to 9 trains by 1961 with a Sunday service as well as far as Tiverton in the summer. The next station was in the village of Up Exe, and again it's now a private house behind these trees. The station here was originally called Up Exe and Silverton. Just around the corner there was a level crossing, and this is where the gates stood. There was also a signal box here as well. This bridge carries a country lane over the tracks just north of Up Exe. Trains took 40 minutes through here to reach Tiverton and just over an hour to complete the journey to Dulverton, where passengers could change for Taunton or Barnstable. Here's another road bridge as we approach Barnhort for Butterley. It had a small platform and a wooden shelter and opened in January 1929. Barnhort was behind this farm, just next to the A396. We're now approaching Cadley, where the station served the villages of Cadeligh and Bickley. In 1997 it was sold to the current owners who run the Devon Railway Centre. The station was first named after the 2 villages it served, but in May 1906 the name was changed to just Cadeligh. There was a passing place here, and it had 2 platforms and a busy goods yard. The goods yard now plays host to the centre's narrow gauge rolling stock, and the goods shed, still here, is now a child's play area. There's a small cafe in the ticket hall, a museum, and some excellent model railways, as well as this narrow gauge train.